What is up, drum geeks? So today I'm going to try something that has been bothering me for years since I bought this particular snare drum. And the particular snare drum is my Ludwig LM402 Supraphonic 50th anniversary edition, actually. So there were actually only 100 of these drums made. And part of the reason why I've held off for so long on actually doing this is because there was only 100 of these drums made. And actually just 50 of the 402s, I think. And they did 50 of the 402s and then 50 of the 400s. But anyways, that's not important. What I'm talking about is rubber gaskets. Sometime in the, I want to say the 1990s, Ludwig started putting these rubber gaskets where the lug attaches to the shell. And I think the reason they did that was to prevent splay. So there's been lots of discussion throughout the years on, does this choke the drum? And common sense says, obviously, it probably does. Now, there's been some tests online where guys will just bang on the shell. They'll have the gaskets on and they'll hit the shell with a felt mallet, and then they'll pull the gasket off and hit the shell with a felt mallet. And obviously, it resonates more without the rubber gaskets. What I want to know is, what is the actual difference it makes to the sound of the snare drum? You know, I have an older Supraphonic 5x14, the 400. So what I'm doing this on is my 402, which is the 6.5x4. Now, to me, that older Ludwig has always had that sound. The sound of the Supraphonic, that really just crisp, bright, resonant, that it's got that it factor. You know, when you heard John Bonham's snare drum, you know it, or Alex Van Halen's snare drum, or Steve Gadd's snare drum. They all have, it has that sound. My current 402, I've never been able to seem to get that sound out of it. Now, there's also a lot of those guys used 1.6 millimeter flange tubes, where they now ship with a 2.3, a heavier hoop, a 2.3 millimeter hoop. So obviously that's gonna make a difference in the sound as well. But what I wanna know is, what are the gaskets doing to the sound? So I'm actually gonna pull the gaskets off this thing. In the interest of science and making sure everything is exact, as the same as possible, I don't have a tune bot, and I don't have like a tension watch or anything, or a drum dial or anything like that. I'm expecting the fundamental tone of the drum to be different once I pull those gaskets off. Rather than tune to what I think is the best resonant tone for the drum, I'm going to tune up to a specific tension, okay? So I'm going to use the same amount. So for example, if I go 2 turns on the resonant side for the first test, I'm going to do 2 turns on the resonant side for the second test. And the same with the batter side as well. If I do a turn and a half, that's what I'm going to do. So I want to make this as exact as possible. Same compression settings, same EQ settings, same microphone, and I will be using Pure Sound Blaster 20 strand. The batter side is a Remo Emperor coated. The snare side is a Evans Hazy 300 mil. Let's get this thing on a snare stand, then we'll take the gaskets off and see what happens. so I got the gaskets off, and I took the opportunity while I was taking the lugs off to shine the drum up a bit, because it's been a while since that's been done. And I went the same amount of turns as I did before, as I was changing everything out for the last video. So the head tightness should be the same. Unfortunately, I'm old and I haven't lived the most healthiest lifestyle, let's say. Sometimes that can wreak a little havoc on your brain, and I can't really remember what the pitch of the drum was before I took the gaskets off. So hopefully I'm close, and let's get this thing on the stand, get it mic'd up, and let's see what it sounds like. Okay, guys, so I'm about 2 weeks removed from the actual recording of these drums, and I was just going back and mixing them, and there's obviously a difference in pitch between the two settings, with the gaskets on and the gaskets off. Apparently, my scientific method of doing it was a bunch of bullshit. And I apologize for that. I really thought it would work, or at least get close to the same pitch. I've never done anything like that before, because like I said, I always tune to the sound of the drum. That being said, it sounds freaking killer with the gaskets off. Like, I'm super, super happy with the sound. I've done a couple gigs with it. If you look back at my live Moby Dick attempt at that, I'll leave a thing up there. It's kind of got the sound. It's got that Bonham sound, the Alex Van Halen sound. The metal's resonating and it sounds freaking killer. So all in all, I mean, the test wasn't a complete failure. I wasn't able to exactly see the difference between the two at the same pitch, but I'm really happy with how the drum sounds with the gaskets off, and I will be leaving the gaskets off. Okay, guys, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe and leave a nasty comment below. It's all engagement. I'll talk to you guys later.